for the Dorn Shield, the Ninja Tabby, and has an extra cloth armor. So he has a ton of armor right now. He's not taking a lot of damage from Riven and can deal a lot of damage back to Riven, of course, with the true damage he deals from his E. So, uh-oh, hot shot. Oh no, he might get caught here. Yep, able to get out with Ragnarok, keeping him from being slowed down.
Just barely not having enough mana to actually pull that off, but he gets out. He just has to use his ultimate. Now he can actually go back safely, buy a few more items, and be a bit more of a beefy tank like you're talking about for his team. They did lose that dragon. There's going to be another 4.5 minutes before it comes up again, but they can start to push down middle or bottom turret. Now that they took out the top turret, he has a little bit more flexibility to roam like you were talking about, Loco.
Mundo just bought an Oracle and consumed it, so MiG Blaze is getting ready to invade and make some plays.
Yep, Chowster gets hit with the Noxian charge, has to fall back a little bit to keep from getting hit by some Acid Hunters. So yeah, we are seeing Urgot being a lot more aggressive here now. 160 CS to 150 of Brave, so he's starting to win in that result as well. And it looks like they're probably going to get the bottom tower here. Whoa, double lift. Now St. Vicious is going to show up and even that out.
Yeah, St. Vicious will be able to come in and defend the turret, but Captain Jack being really smart and focusing on double lift to make sure that as soon as St. Vicious needs to go away, double lift can't hold the lane on its own. He has to go back as well. Just making sure that Captain Jack can take that advantage he has and just make it bigger and bigger as the game goes on.
Uh-oh, going in, trying to stun Captain Jack on tower, so if he takes damage, he'll take a tower hit. One tower hit does go down on Urgot, trading an Acid Hunter back, though. And it looks like that little battle just does get halted. Fantasy Star is setting up for a possible gank in the middle, though.
Right as his flash up, he could flash W. Oh, and he does it. Oh, and look at it.
But Lulu is so hard to kill. The Ignite, is it going to hurt? Oh, the Ignite finishes Lulu off. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, that Blaze is at 3 kills to 0. And they are at exactly 3,000 gold lead with those dragons they've had as well. And Captain Jack switching out double lift. He does flash and dash away. Is he going to be able to get out of this? Using his smoke screen to try and get out as well. But it's just not going to be enough. Keeping slowed the entire time. He is picked off as well. Blaze is going to get this tower as well. Wow, I just said a few seconds ago it was a 3,000 gold lead. I was mistaken. It's now a 4,000 gold lead for Blaze.
Yeah, really nice job to capitalize on the advantages they had. Sonu was out of lane for so long that they were able to get Graves down weaker than he really needed to be at that time. And then just the 3v1 able to absorb the turrets. But hold on, we do have it. Hotshot being caught in the jungle.
Trying to get Ambition before he dies. Will he be able to get the kill? No! No, he will not. Ambition turning on his ultimate, gives him a little spell vamp. He's able to get a little bit of life back, so he didn't quite die to the last undertow of Olaf.
CLG in a very bad position. It's not like they have the stronger late game comp. They're going to need to pull off some really big plays for them to come back. Maybe a Baron kill.
Yeah, it is approaching the 20-something minute mark, so a Baron could be a possibility relatively soon. We do have a Wriggles Lantern on Olaf, so he's going to be able to take it down a little bit faster if they do get in a position where they have a little bit of extra time to fight Baron, or just coming in when MiG Blaze is getting a little overconfident trying to go for it a little too soon.
Looks like CLG wants to push bottom back a little bit. They see a couple up top, and they know they can't quite all get up top in time to do any significant defense there, so instead they're going to push the bottom. Mundo is at bottom as well. Here we have actually the bot team of Captain Jack and Lustboy. Now that they've finished off bot tower, they're like, all right, well, let's go top and kill that Tor as well.
You know, with both the AD and the support up at top, it's going to give CLG an opening to put on a little bit of pressure at this bottom turret. With both Fantasy Star and Helios are doing a really, really good job of keeping them away from doing any serious damage. Getting a little bit out of position there. St. Vicious is going to look to try to make a conversion with that, but isn't able to quite get close enough to actually pick off either of the players. Crescendo going off, though. That is going to allow Fantasy Star to take a lot of damage, but he's going to be able to get away as Helios starts to take some as well, but not enough damage coming out from the CLG team. What you're talking about before the game of them being more of a tanky team is definitely showing true here. Double Lift is not able to do as much damage as he needs to be at this point. and Rise comes to meet them to make it a 3v3, very much in favor of MiG Blaze, and CLG needs to back off.
That was a close one. St. Vicious got caught there, but MiG deciding, you know what? It's Udyr. Udyr's kind of hard to kill. Let's not waste our stuff on Udyr.
When Sona's Crescendo went off, Helios did a really good play and he exhausted Graves immediately, and Graves wasn't able to put out the damage needed to kill Riven. If the exhaust hadn't gone off, I'm sure Riven would have died right there.
Yeah, Riven also got a wish from Lust Boy, even though he was up at top lane, keeping an eye on that to make sure that Riven stayed alive as well. So nicely played all around by Blaze. Hotshot GG pushing the top lane here, trying to just do this, this pushing strategy that he's pretty good at, and trying to get that top tower down in the meantime while the rest of the team is pushing. But that means that it's just Sona alone at mid tower. Mid tower is going to take a lot of damage before the rest of the team shows up.
Yeah, but if they can position this right, Olaf can actually come and pincer Captain Jack like we see right here. A lot of damage is going to be going down. A giant growth going on as well to stun, throw him up in the air. Captain Jack is very, very close to dying. He does go down. That is going to be the first kill for CLG. They're going to try to keep this pressure on and try to pick up a few more kills. Ambition getting very low, but they counter it and Olaf goes down, forcing the rest of CLG to back off a little bit.
Oh, they need to get Ambition. They finally do kill Rise, but now they might have been routed. They need to get out of here. Otherwise, it's 2 for 2 right now. If they get out now, no! Fantasy Star is going to take out Hotshot as well. Chowster trying to duel Helios, and that is not a good position for a Sona to be in. She is going to go down as well. A 2 for 2 turns into a 4 for 2, and MiG Blaze is starting to run away with this game, ladies and gentlemen. A 8,000 gold lead for MiG. They are up on towers. They've gotten, I think, every dragon as well.
Yeah, it was a nice job by CLG to catch Captain Jack and take him out really early, but they had to use a lot of abilities to take him down. They really should have backed off after that point because they were not ready to take on the full team of MiG after Captain Jack was out of position.
Yep, they used everything, so Riven was just able to shred through the team. Riven, no one has CC ready for Riven, CC or exhaust or anything, so Riven got her full damage combo off and everyone just dropped dead.
Yeah,
really
exactly.
You can't let a hero like Riven run rampant like that. You need to CC Riven. You can't slow her. The only things that really work versus Riven are exhaust and CC. And CLG doesn't have any exhaust, so the only way they can stop Riven is Sona's Crescendo, and it's not really going. Or Sona's Crescendo and Lulu's Hex actually, but both were used on Captain Jack, so Riven was just able to rampage through the team.
Yep. They did, of course, kill off Captain Jack early, so that was a good win for them at first. But Big Fat GG gets caught by Fantasy Star up here. Holds himself to knock back, but turning Riven into a critter isn't going to stop her for very long. Is Big Fat going to be able to get away? Yes, he is. Just too much utility on Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu is an extremely hard champion to actually catch. All of her abilities are actually able to help speed you up or slow down your opponent, making it really, really nice for you to get away. Nice job for her.
Fantasy Star has the cooldown boost and Ghost Blaze, so he's up to around 30% CDR right now. CDR, a very, very good stat for Riven as she scales, as her cooldowns are very short, and CDR helps even more so with that.
Yeah, I think that Riven might be a good one to try and pick off. Look at that, Youmuu's Ghost Blade and 2 Dorans and a Bloodthirster. Doing extremely well on that Bloodthirster. Riven has not died yet, so that means the Bloodthirster is going to be doing fairly well. Hold that thought. Oh no, Hotshot GG gets caught in the jungle, forced to use his ultimate to run away. Does not get caught and die though this time. We did see him get caught and die in one of their games before, and Olaf in a game before last week that didn't go well for EM Fire actually.
Yeah, so now MiG Blaze is in a really nice position to put on a lot of hurt on this turret. Captain Jack and Helios are just going to try to put on a little bit of poke damage as CLG tries to get in position to defend. But that's going to keep a lot of the minions away as well. So MiG Blaze doing a nice job to siege this turret. Captain Jack staying in between the 2 turrets to keep the champions of CLG away. Wow. While the rest of the team can actually put on the hurt.
Yeah, Captain Jack single-handedly zoning out the entire CLG team there. That's, I guess, what happens when you have a Urgot, which a lot of CS, and a couple kills and a couple assists. Now MiG pushing up the bottom lane here. Blaze is going to try and go for an inhibitor turret, or at least do some pressure. And they have mid lane pushing as well, so they can afford to do this right now. CLG needs to defend this. They need to make something happen here. They need to force MiG Blaze to overcommit, get some kills, and do some counter damage if they're going to get back in this game.
Everyone on MiG Blaze is incredibly tanky. Urgot has a Frozen Heart and an X-Drinker, and Mundo with Warmogs, and Rise with his 3 mana items, Tears, the Goddess, and the Soul Shroud, and Banshee's Veil. The CLG needs to focus their CC on Riven, as she's the only one without tenacity. They need to land the Lulu Hex, and Sona will dust Riven, and kill Riven immediately when the fight starts. They can't focus Urgot, they can't focus Rise, they need to kill Riven.
Oh, wow. I think, did I just see the, yeah, Doublelift just used his ult on basically nothing, did very little damage to Captain Jack, and didn't hit anyone else. Might have been trying to clear out creeps, I guess, but that is unfortunate. And by the way, for those of you that might be a little less experienced with League of Legends, CC, what the term that Locodoco is using, is kind of basically an overall term for anything that disables your opponent. So that's what he's saying. They need to do something to disable or lessen the effectiveness of Riven. And look at this. MiG Blaze has 3 players pushing mid, while 2 of them go for Baron. Phantasy Star and Helios, each with shields or the ability to regenerate, trying to go after that Baron by themselves. And CLG, I think, knows what's up, because they're like, wait a minute, why would they only have 3 here?
After CV, they know. And they're trying to go for the Baron, but they already got the Baron.
Goes down. Is Helios going to get caught, though? That would be huge if he could kill off Helios earlier. No, the Crescendo goes down on Ambition. They're going to try and take him out as well. He is running to the back. So much damage being done. Ambition is going to survive as well. So many heals from Soraka. Rise stays alive, everything being focused on Rise and him surviving the entire time. Look at his Doublelift just desperately attacking minions to try and lifesteal up a little bit to stay alive a little bit longer, but instead 4 champions go down for CLG. MiG Blaze is gonna get an inhibitor out of this, and they've got all 5 up, all 5 with high hit points, thanks to which they actually might be able to take the game right here.
Yeah, that was a beautiful timing by MiG Blaze. CLG wasn't scared to do any sort of 5v5 fight when Blaze was actually doing siege on the turrets, so it allowed 2 of the MiG Blaze team to peel away and start the Baron before CLG realized what was going on. And that's actually going to be the game right there. Game 1 going to MiG Blaze.
GG! 3 seconds left until half of the CLG team respawns, and Blaze finishes it off. They're going to go up 1-0 in this best of 3 series.
That last fight, CLG didn't focus Riven, they focused Rise, who was very, very tanky with Banshee's Veil and Glacial Shroud. And with the Urgot Frozen Heart, CLG, all their attack speed is still by 25%. Even though Jack Sparrow made a mistake of flashing and ulting Hotshot, who had his Ragnarok on, so the suppression didn't go off.
Oh, okay.
CLG still lost the fight horribly because they weren't able to kill anyone.
Yeah, they kind of, they caught Rise early on, and they're like, oh, maybe we can focus him down, but with Desperate Power on, Rise's ultimate, he gets Spell Vamp, so all he had to do was kite and throw his abilities at them, and he would heal back up. So even though it looked like he was about to die, he would heal himself back up, Soraka would heal him, etc. So you're exactly right. They went after Rise, he's already tanky, they couldn't kill him, and instead the whole team died while they were trying to kill off Rise, and of course they were going after Urgot a little bit as well, I think, in there. So well done by Blaze.
Yeah, a little bit of disappointment on the faces of CLG. They're going to need to talk about what exactly they did wrong, make sure they actually do a little bit better focusing in the next game. But they're a very experienced team. I'm sure we'll actually see them come back a lot stronger in game number 2.
Yes, indeed. And very clutch. I really like that move, by the way, going with Riven and Mundo taking out Baron by themselves, and 3 just delaying in the middle. And it just worked out perfectly that they finished Baron right before the fight happened. If they'd been taking about 5-10 seconds longer for Baron, there would have been a chance for a steal or a team fight or something like that. That would have gone a little bit differently. Anyway, this is a best of 3 series, ladies and gentlemen. It's not over yet. Can CLG come back and win game 2 to bring it to an ace match? We're going to find out in a very short amount of time. Don't go anywhere. We'll be taking about a 10-minute commercial break. Take that time to go to azubu.com and sign up.